So how did I stop being a Christian nationalist? I wish I could say that I woke up one day, came to my senses, and walked away from Christian nationalism, but that's not how it works when you're in a cult. And yes, that's what it was for me, a cult. Leaving wasn't a clean break, though. It took something unspeakably tragic, something that shattered me from the inside out. The death of my daughter 20 years ago. You see, I grew up in Assemblies of God churches. We believed in prophecy, speaking in tongues, hearing directly from God. That spirituality intensely shaped my identity. And then I earned a degree in biblical studies from Liberty University, a deeply conservative Baptist institution founded by Jerry Falwell, the same man who helped launch the Moral Majority and fused Christianity with right-wing politics. I was all in. I was a spirit-filled, Holy Spirit-led, evangelical fundamentalist, Christian nationalist. I was also a dumb 20-year-old. I believed I was being led by the Holy Spirit while also pledging allegiance to the idea that being a true Christian meant being a Republican. That's how Christian nationalism took root in me. I didn't even know it to question it. It was just the truth to me. And then everything changed. When I was 9 months pregnant with my firstborn daughter, she died. I carried her full term. I did everything right, y'all. I married the man the prophet told me to marry. I didn't kiss him until we got engaged. We didn't have sex until our wedding night. I gave everything to God, my body, my life, my future. I had been the good girl, the obedient one, the one who came from nothing, who came from poverty, abuse, dysfunction, and I broke that cycle. I got out. I was the first one in my family to ever go to college, and I earned my college degree on a full ride scholarship, and I was willing to be a missionary for the Lord as a way to say thank you. And this was how I was repaid. I sat there in the labor and delivery room, so angry at God. I didn't even get a chance to hear her cry. I didn't get to look into her eyes. I was devastated, and beneath that grief, I was furious. And that fury gave me something I hadn't had before. Permission to question, permission to be curious, permission to even doubt. I needed answers as to why God would allow this suffering to happen. So I stopped believing that God was micromanaging everything, because if God is that involved, then I can't reconcile that with the immense amount of unnecessary suffering in this world, even to the suffering of animals. Why do they need to suffer? A good parent would never allow this. As I expanded my worldview, I met people outside of my evangelical bubble, and I discovered something shocking. Christians do not have a monopoly on peace, joy, kindness, and love. I found beauty and goodness in Buddhist temples, in synagogues, in mosques, in atheist discussion groups, at drag shows, in recovery circles, in homeless shelters, at pride festivals, in people who never once prayed the sinner's prayer. And it hit me. What I believed all my life wasn't truth. It was indoctrination. And I never wanted to be tricked like that again. And that's why I'm such a seeker of the truth now. I'm not dogmatic. I am curious. I am open. I am cautious of anything that claims to be the only way, because I lived that way once, and it nearly cost me everything. So now I'm here to dismantle Christian nationalism and make it my bitch.